Hello, Spinny94 here, welcoming you to another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. As you can see, my opponent there has a pretty nasty team. I mean, he's got my Loctic, a Skarmory, all that really powerful stuff. So let's jump straight into the battle, as he does lead off with a Skarmory, and I lead off with my Mega Blastoise, as I knew he'd lead off with a Skarmory, so I wanted to be rapid spinning on there, and I just wanted to cause some good damage to this thing. So he does lead off with the Stealth Rock like I thought he would, and I go straight for the Water Pulse to see how much damage he does. So, judging on that damage, I knew this thing's probably going to have a lot of defense and health Vs, and I get red carded out into my Chinchino, so red card Skarmory. I must admit I haven't seen that before, but I have heard of it being used. So I thought I'd be able to finish it off here with a good solid Rock Blast for neutral damage, but it lives on just a smidgen of health, and I managed to get the roost off something, and well, this isn't going well to start with. So obviously I'm forced to switch out here, and I go back into my Mega Blastoise, unfortunately taking some Stealth Rock damage, and I'm just wanting to get some damage here, as it does go for the roost again. So it is back up to full health, and Sturdy's going to keep it alive for another hit. So I go for a Water Pulse again and get another good chunk of damage, as it does go for the Whirlwind to whirl us out. And of course it whirls me into my Roserade, which is not exactly what I wanted, because I cannot touch this thing. So I go for the Sleep Powder just to put this thing asleep at least. Thank God it didn't miss. So I'm not going to get Braid Bird or Acrobatics to the face. So I do switch out and go into Mega Man here, because Mega Man is just going to be able to shoot this thing out of the sky. I mean, you know, he's got guns on, he's basically an anti-aircraft battery, this thing, and it's the closest thing I've got to one on this team. So I go for the Aura Sphere, just in case it did wake up and want to go for the roost, and, you know, if it did, it would probably cause me massive damage here. So it goes to his Basilisk, which is an awesome name for a superior. We got Slytherin, we got Basilisk, like, you know, the Harry Potter stuff here. So I go into Dim, because Dim's going to be able to handle anything this thing wants to chuck. And he goes for a Leaf Storm, getting that +2. So basically him thinking he's faster than me in that Life Orb. I am just going to go straight to the Mega Horn here. Thankfully it does hit, and it does cause a lot of damage, able to kill this thing off. So there's two of my opponent's Pokemon down, and so he goes into his G-Money here, which is his Metachan. It's probably going to be the Mega Metachan, so I do switch out, go into my Cresselia, because Cresselia is going to be able to take any hits this thing wants to chuck at me. So I was expecting some kind of Psychic move, Psycho Cut, Zen Headbutt and all that. It does reveal Zen Headbutt and it misses. That's why I like Psycho Cut over Zen Headbutt, because of that, you know, greater accuracy. But here comes an Ice Punch, and look at that damage! That is a load of damage, considering I am a bulky Cresselia. Cresselia is known for being one of the more bulky legendaries, and that did a lot of damage. So I go for the Psychic again. I just want to start chipping away at this thing. We do get into a very stally part of the match, as he decides to Ice Punch me, and I decide to Psychic him. So we're going to continue this, Moonduck versus, you know, Mega Metajan here. So it goes for the Ice Punch again, and he gets the Frozen Axe. I'm like, oh man, typical. I don't have Heal Bell or anything on this thing. I don't think I can get Heal Bell. So he just decided to withdraw the G-Money, and I'm just going for the Psychic, and I'm just wanting to get some damage out, and this thing goes for the Intimidate, and as I'm frozen solid, not wanting to switch anyway. So I get some more Lefties recovery, and he does go for the Flare Blitz here for this Majestic, and that hits, and that does a lot of damage. So seeing that, I'm thinking, okay, I don't think this, maybe this thing's scarfed or maybe this thing's banded, but judging on that damage, I was guessing the more likely banded, especially when this person switched out here. So he goes back into his G-Money as I go for the Volt Switch in the switch, and I thought this, seeing that G-Money would be enough to kill, but it must have lived on 1 or 2 health, just living on the edge here. So going to my Mega Man here, and Mega Man is going to start shooting this thing out. For his shot, shooting things out of the sky, now it's shooting things out of the ground. So go straight for the Osphere here. I know it's not very effective, just in case it wanted to switch. So down goes this thing. After that Bullet Punch does a measly amount of damage. So Leviathan comes in, I'm thinking, okay, it's probably a special defensive wall, I'll switch into Miss Squash here. So he does go for the Toxic, and, you know, Miss Squash doesn't mind being toxic too much, as I do carry the Heal Bell on this thing. So I'm going to get some Lefties recovery, numbing away, and there's some poison damage taking effect, as he does decide to withdraw as I go for the Heal Bell. Goes into the Goodra here, and I realise I cannot touch this thing, but I'm wondering what exactly this thing can do to me, not really wanting to swap anything into it. Because I do run the Assault Vest Goodra myself, and it does hit like a truck. So it goes for the Draco Meteor here, and that does a ton of damage, but I am lucky enough to live that. And I go for the Confuser here, just starting to get some Confuse attacks. Because Goodra does have a natural decent attack stat, so the Confuser damage, maybe stack it on a few, just start chipping away at this thing. So I'm hoping for some Confusion attacks, I don't get it. So Draco Meteor goes on again. I thought, oh well, there goes Miss Squash, but Miss Squash managed to live that thing. Just nice one. No, I'm wanting the burn here. Come on, give me that burn. Nope, didn't get the burn, which sucks, but well, what you gonna do? It's Pokemon. So I'm hoping for some Confusion Axe here. I do manage to get the Confusion Axe, as I just had to full switch out here, and just kind of tap that thing on the shoulder, just you know, guys, I'm just going around, just tap me on the shoulder. I gotta go, you know. It's heading to dim. So stealth rock damage starts taking its toll. Why on earth did I start moving the camera around? That's made the camera view worse, if anything. Sorry about that, guys. So go straight for the close combat, do a good chunk of damage, but it manages to live just on a smidgen of health. This guy and his Pokemon are just living on the slightest margins of health here. So go for the U-turn here, because it's the only 100% accuracy move I've got on this thing besides Bullet Seed. I didn't want to risk this thing having Sap Sipper, because you know that wouldn't have been too good. You know, just increase its attack stat by 5. So I go to my Mega Man here, and Mega Man is just gonna go out here and blast some things. And when I saw this thing, I thought, okay, this probably got Wild Charge. It's the only reason I can think he'd bring this thing in. So I do switch out and go into my Squash here, and I take up Stealth Rock damage. I thought I'd be killed there, but then I get close combat to the face. So I was wanting the Wild Charge damage to increase my health again, more sort of switch, but didn't go for the Wild Charge. So great play on my opponent's half. So I swing him at Chino again, and he makes a smart play of withdrawing and goes into his Leviathan. So I'm going for the Rock Blast here, and it avoids the attack, which is typical. So you turn out, you know, I want a decent matchup on this thing. And since it was, here we go. This is what kind of revealed to me about the something about the set cup. I was shredding this thing out of Ice Beam, and then I get the flinch axe there. Good Chinchino always comes through for me. That's why I really like my Chinchino. I'll try to put it, if I can, I'll put it on every team I do. So I go for the Oversphere here. Go to my highest attacking move. Dark Pulse is 80 damage. I believe Oversphere is 85, so I just wanted that little bit more damage. So it goes for Scald again. Doesn't do too much to me, but now gets the burn. So luckily for me, actually, if I didn't get the burn, he could have started recovering, and this could have drawn out the match a bit longer. So he gets some lefty's recovery. I get burned. So down goes Mega Man. But Mega Man did his job, did awesome in this battle. And here we go, my MVP of the match here. There's Roserade doing some Rose Rage out here. So I knew he'd switch. So I go into Sir Sludge Bomb here, because I just had a feeling he'd switch. So I go for the Sludge Bomb. Don't kill it, and I'm thinking, okay, if this thing's jolly, I'm gonna get outsped and killed. But luckily for me, I'm reckoning it was Adamant Bandit. I hope the person who Adversity does watch this video, because I want to see what that set was. And of course, I'm just gonna finish this thing off with a Sludge Bomb. So good job, I catch my Roserade out in the back. So GG, great match, my friend. I can't pronounce your name, sorry, I'm terrible with names. But thank you for a brilliant match, and of course, I hope everyone watching this takes a moment to like, subscribe, even share the video, and of course, I hope you all have a nice day.